Get your leg swings to the front, heels high, big stretch through the hamstrings, point that toe up to your chest. Just 10 swings to the front, then we'll go 10 to the side. Really open up the hips because we're gonna be using our butts and our guts. So let's go to the outside. It's a butt gut chain. Open the hips up. So try to get that heel as high as you can. And just get a little higher with each swing. Just a little bit. Doesn't need to be anything dramatic. Your leg doesn't need to touch the ceiling or anything. If it does, that's cool. So let's get that. Same thing. The weird part is this isn't the first time I've worn this wig. So today, it's not even the first time I've worn it today. It just gets me motivated. So let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and swing that leg to the outside. And same thing, just opening up the hips. We're gonna start with some glute and ab isolation, and then we'll just take it into some other complexes. But I'm gonna go back and forth really quickly between 4 exercises to start. So just make sure that your hips are open. Now let's warm up. Not just our hips, but our abs too. So just get 5 Spider-Man lunges per foot. Then we want to open the hips up and hold your plank as you return the legs. Really try to get that knee over the ankle. Then we'll bring it up into our 10 body weight squats. And we're going to go right down into our hip bridge to start. And we'll just kind of move pretty quickly through 4 exercises. So let's start with our 10 squats. Focus on driving those heels through the floor. Let the knees drive out as you come up. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so we're gonna go real quick through 4 exercises. What's going on, Lori? So we're gonna start with is our hip bridge on one leg. Then we're gonna go right into our straight leg raise. Then we're gonna come up into our leg curl. I'll go through all these as we do them. And then we're gonna go right back and go side to side with the ab. So we'll do 3 rounds of that, 12 reps each. Very quick, no rest between them. So let's start with that left foot. Keep that rib cage sitting on top of the abs. I'm just gonna go 12 reps here, then go right to the other leg, then no rest, right into that straight leg raise. What we want to do here is isolate the glutes, then the hamstrings. We'll be doing some single leg deadlifts after this with some pauses, but try to get a good squeeze of the glute at the top of this movement. Do 12, right to the other leg. So we don't have to change position at all. We can just move from one right into the other. So I'm really trying to get that hip up, not extending at the lower back, sitting the rib cage on top of the abs. We should be able to move through these real quick. So let's go our straight leg raise here. Then we're gonna come up onto the extended arms. Nice and in control, 12. Good. Now, I'm up on my hands, cross one leg over the other, and what I'm trying to do is drive this heel down to bring that hip up. Really notice what I'm doing is using the flexion of that knee to lift the hip. Keep a good bridge at the top. You should feel this. You're gonna feel them both in the hamstrings and the glutes. This should be more in the hamstrings. The bridge should be more in the glutes. I'm really trying to get that connection on this first set, because by the second and third sets, everything's gonna be tired, so you're probably gonna feel them equally on each set. Because you'll be going into your next hip bridge with fatigued hamstrings. So now right here, after this we're going side to side. We're just gonna do 8 per side, since it's a big movement. Now we're getting into funky cop siren flick. Can't remember the title of that, but it's coming on now. So same thing, I'm driving that heel down. You can hear it's funky. And you can hear the cop sirens. Okay, now side to side. Try to keep those shoulder blades on the ground. Just 8 per side on this. Then we're right back into that bridge. And you can go through this at your own pace. Right back into that bridge, left leg, no rest. Now it should really be getting into the glute. Try to get 12. As soon as we're done this, we're gonna go right into our plank position. As soon as we're done this next complex. Hold on. We're gonna go through 3 of them. And 1. And if you can't get 12, that's fine. Get through as many as you can. With good form. Try to get your knee right over the ankle for this movement. The further you push it out, the more it's gonna get into the hamstring, but we're already doing the hamstring curl with the foot all the way out. So we wanna put this so that it isolates on the glute. And I'm really just thinking of pushing that heel down. Okay, now we'll go right back into that next leg raise. Right back into that leg curl. You can put the other leg wherever you want, the non-working leg. Just make sure you're bridged up on those palms. That heel is extended all the way down to the start. Bridge up so that your butt just raises off the ground. I'm gonna drive that heel down again. Go to leg curl here. Notice I'm really trying to drive that hip up. Try to get anywhere from 8 to 12. Right onto the other leg. Then we'll go into our, okay, good, we're moving through this at a good pace. After this, we're going side to side. Think of pulling that heel toward the butt. And side to side, 8 per side. Rotating around the upper back. Keeping the shoulder blades down. One more time through, then we're flipping right into our plank position. We're gonna do some pretty difficult stuff there, so just brace yourselves for it. Everything sits on top of the abs. Drive down. Try to get at least 8 on all of these on this final round. This one's pretty dramatic. But aren't we all right now? Same thing, that heel's going through the floor. Squeezing that glute. Trying not to swing the other leg to come up. As soon as that's done, final straight leg raise. Final leg curl. Bridged up. One leg's over. So you'll probably notice, if you've taken a HIIT class, there we purposefully do exercises one after the other that require a lot of transition. That's to get the fatigue built up in the cardio. Here, we're trying to minimize the transition so that we can get as much strength work in as possible in a short time. So we're purposefully wasting time with the cardio getting up and down because it's not really wasting time. It's part of, it works toward the main goal. Whereas here, efficiency and economy of movement supports the goal. So just helps to know why we're doing that stuff. If you're doing workouts on your own, so now we're going to go side to side. After this, we're going right into a plank. Ooh, this hair is really all over the place. Need to get it cut. Let's go right into that plank. Same thing, everything stays locked in. Sit that ribcage on top of the abs. What we're going to do is try to just lift. The arms tap the opposite shoulder. The tapping of the shoulder is not the important part, but the lifting of the arms is. So just, that'll keep your, it just give you something external to reach toward. Hips stay squared. I'm going to tap. 1, 2, 3. Let's go to 12. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Now I'm going to get right onto the knees. We're going to do a walkout into our, kind of like an ab wheel. We do this all the time. Take my classes, you're already familiar with it. I'm going to walk out, get 8 like this, walk back in. I'm just walking out as far as I can. Two more. One more, then we're going right up into a single leg deadlift. Now let's bring it right up. We'll come back down into the plank after this. So we're going to get a pause, adding 1 second to the pause, up to 10 reps at the bottom of each of these. So that ribcage stays packed down. That movement occurs at the hips. We'll go down, pause, come up, down, 2, 1, drive up. Really try to keep that tension in the hamstring and the glutes here. Down, 3, 2, 1, and drive up. Down, 4, 3, 2, 1, and drive up. Lose your balance, that's fine. Down, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and come up. We're gonna go to 10, down, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, drive up, back down, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and drive up. 2 more steps, or 8, 9, 10, 3 more steps, back down, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, drive up. 2 more sets, back down, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, drive up. Try to hold as well as you can. Sorry if you have to rest during the set. These do get difficult. Back down and hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So let's go right onto the other leg. All the fatigue that you built up on that hamstring curl and the bridge should really be showing themselves here. So we're gonna do the same thing on the other leg. Sit back, 1, drive up. Sit back. 2, 1. Drive up. Sit back. 3, 2, 1. Drive up. Sit back. 4, 3, 2, 1. Drive up. And sit back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And drive up. Try to control that forward travel of the knee. Sit back down. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And drive up. Sit back down. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And drive up. Sit back. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And drive up. 2 more sets. Hold as much as you can. Sit back down. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drive up. Last one. Focus on the hold and we're back down in our plank. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And drive up. Now we're back down in that plank. So, what's going on, Kelly? Same thing. We're going to tap the shoulders. Do this all one more time. We're not going to do those long pauses on the final single leg deadlift because, of course, those are going to get really hard. But we're doing 12 taps, back into that plank walkout. Hips stay square. Plank. Turn those palms up if it makes it easier. Doesn't really matter. Just make sure the elbows are under the shoulders and that the hip stays in line with the shoulders. 12 taps to each shoulder. 12, 12, 10, 10, 9, 9, 8, 8, 7, 7, 6, 6, 5, 5, 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, and 1. Now, we're right back into that ab wheel walkout. Same thing, looking for 8 reps, 8 walks out. Go as far as you can. Keep that hip ahead of the knee. You don't want to have the hip sitting over the knees walking out like this. That's a good stretch. It's a good stretch for your lower back, but it doesn't do much for your abs. Your hips are designed to support your weight almost effortlessly. That's what they do when we walk. We want to make the abs support the posture of the torso. And it's a good design. I'm glad we have hips. Aren't we all? But you don't want to be using them for this exercise because they're passive. So I'm just doing 8 walks out here. Keeping that hip ahead of the knee. Only go as far out as you can. Just like an ab wheel, just without an ab wheel. Which makes it, I guess, not just like an ab wheel. 2 more. You may also feel this in your lats. That's fine. It's working them as well. And everybody's going to have a different weak link on this. It also depends on how much you've worked lats recently. Now we're going to go through 12 more on that single leg deadlift. What's going on, Majidi? So we're going for 12. First of all, this is my normal hair because I'm Amanda. Let's hit back. Hip comes through. Be explosive on this. Back. Hip comes through. We're looking for 12. We really want to focus on that hip coming through as a result of squeezing that glute. Right, that glute stretches, closes the ankle. We'll go right into some pause squats after this, with a lunge. Let's get 12 per leg before we do that. and 1. Right on the other leg. Now when we go into the lunge, I want you to pay attention to how we do it. Because, we're gonna do this first, but we are trying to focus on the glutes. So we lunge a little bit differently doing that than when we try to focus on the quads. And I'll explain what I mean when we get there. Let's finish our 12 here. These may feel harder than they normally do. That's because we already did a lot of work on the hamstrings and the glutes. And the abs are tired. They're always a supporting muscle in keeping posture. Does that mean fatigue will make anything else go fatigue? One more. And 1. So now we go into this lunge. We're going to pause at the bottom. Let me demonstrate from this side. Look at this knee. So when we do a lunge, you can sit down like this. Watch what the knee does. That's a fine lunge. It's going to get more on the quad because we're getting a little more knee flexion. So how I want us to lunge is to limit that knee flexion, keep the center of mass behind the knee, center of mass right here, keep it behind the knee, and then come up. Back down, and come up. So it's a real far back lunge, real far back step. Center of mass is here, and come up. Let's go for 12 like that. Center of mass back, center of mass back, knee over or behind the ankle. Driving through. You notice the similarities to our single leg deadlift. It's just a big hip angle. Remember, the angle of the joint determines what muscle's working. So, we very simply want to create a hip angle. We're trying to work glutes and hamstrings. Hip angle and direction of force. So let's get 2 more, then we're going to the other leg. Just getting 12 of each. Same thing on the other leg. Really try and control that movement of your center of mass. Remember, that's what you're lifting. So that's our actual resistance here. Try to minimize what's going on with that planted foot. Try to keep the work on that working leg. On the planted foot, right? We know which one's working. It's the one that's on the ground the entire time. Twelve reps here, then we're back down in our plank. Knee behind the ankle, pull the hip through. Don't ever think of something like a lunge as too binary. There's all different ways to do movements. These are just names that we give to things. Pulling through. You get 2 more. And 1. So we're right back down in that plank. Now, we're going to go into a plank walk back. Again, you might be familiar with this. Only walk back as far as you can or as far as you're comfortable with. But it's like our body song. This one tends to be not so good for me on the carpet, but I'm going to do my best. So we want to sit up, walk as far back as you can, come back through. Walk as far back as you can, come back through. 8 reps like this. Keeping your plank position. Alright, this is what I make you lose my hair. The jig is up. 3 more. Good. And now we'll just go into our fire hydrant. Now this doesn't tend to be a great exercise necessarily on its own, but it works pretty well after we're already fatigued. So, I'm going to circle as big as I can to the outside. Knee comes back down. Circle as big as I can to the inside. Or I said that in reverse. It doesn't matter which direction you go, just do a circle to each side. So big circle out, big circle in, that's one, hips stay square. Big circle out, big circle in. Let's look for 8 per leg. Big circle out, big circle in, 3. Big circle out, big circle in, 4. Circle out, and in. Circle out, and in. Let's do 3 more. Really trying to get as high as you can with that knee. Don't think about the heel getting high. Think about the knee getting high. You can bend your leg to get the heel higher, but you have to use your hip to get the knee higher. One more. Same thing on the other side. Doesn't matter if you start going to the outside or the inside, just make sure you're going in both directions for each rep. Out. Or I should say in and out. Circle in. Circle out. Circle in. Circle out. Circle in. Circle out. Looking for 8. Circle in. Circle out. Circle in. Circle out. 2 more, lifting that knee. Circle in. Circle out. Circle in. And circle out. All right. Good job, guys. Let's stretch. Hey. All right. Sherry, you don't even go to this school. Wendy, good to see ya. And all right. Well, you know what? If you didn't say anything, I can't see that you're here, so it doesn't count to me. Let's lace the fingers together. Push the palms up. Pull the shoulders back. Hold 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Push back into the hips. Drop the hands onto the knees. Push the knees back straight. And hold 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Turn those toes out slightly. Squat down to the hands or just ahead of the feet. Set the weight back into the heels. Pull the shoulders back. And hold 10, 9, 8, 7, 5, 4, 3. Drop right down on those hands and knees. Lock the lower back in place. Spread the shoulders out across the upper back. Tuck the chin into the chest. Hold 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Pull the shoulder blades down together. Chest up tall. Hold 10, 9, 8, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, and right to the other side, or right onto our backs. Pull that knee in as tight to the chest as you can. If you're joining me for Body Sculpt at 12:30, then I don't know, cool. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good for you to see me. I can't see you. I don't say. Pull the knee in tight to the chest. Just hope to know that you're there vaguely. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, and relax. All right. You are a pseudo member, very much pseudo. Emphasis on the pseudo. All right, maybe I'll see some of y'all at 12:30. You'll see me, and then I'll just like see that you're on there or something. And I'm gonna stop this now. And have a good afternoon.